And good afternoon, my dear ones. This is Sananda here with you, as scheduled. We have noticed the channel going through his processes beforehand, always wondering, are they really going to come? Or is he going to be left sitting here like a fool all day? No matter how many times we do this, he still feels the same way. He's getting better, though. You who are not under such pressure can simply relax and enjoy. We have a great deal to share with you today. It is, as you know, a very special occasion, made us special for many reasons, but not least of all the fact that the light workers are mobilizing throughout this planet to cause this to be a day of celebration and a day of a new dispensation for you of the light and for this entire planet in her evolution. I thank you for gathering together. I thank you for being here, so open-hearted, so prompt, and ready to receive that which you came to receive. Again, be relaxed, be yourselves. Most of what we do is going to be done internally within you, internally within the planet Earth, and you will also be utilized as channels this day for a great blessing upon the Earth, as this is a day of initiation for planet Earth and all her inhabitants. More on that later. You come into this world in a very open state of consciousness, and in a few short months and years, much of your openness is gone, is constricted. Your parents give you something to carry always. It is a pair of 3D glasses. Have you ever been in one of those films where you put on your 3D glasses and everything looks different on the screen? It appears to jump out at you in 3 dimensions. Unfortunately, you who are of the higher dimensions, when you put on your 3D glasses, forgot and started to see things in 3 dimensions. What we are asking you to do today is to take them off. Allow us to assist you in removing that limited perspective you have had, and whatever wonderful experiences you have had up to this time, I assure you they are nothing compared to that which is coming your way, this day and in future. That which we have been waiting for many, many thousands of years, many ages of this planet, is now occurring. There is a great celebration in all of the ranks of light workers, in embodiment or out of body. There are more of us out of body by far. So you may feel today that your 3D glasses are being subtly or perhaps not so subtly removed from your heads. I ask you to allow this process to occur gradually. The energies that come through are that which is highest wisdom for you in your present state at your current level of evolvement. It is an internal experience that we will share with you each individually today, to whatever degree you can receive. Of course, we will entertain you with our antics while we are doing so. The question before you in these days of planet Earth experience, as you awaken to your true natures, the question before you involves your mastery, your desire, your motivation, what it is you want to experience, what it is that you wish to achieve in this lifetime. The challenge before you is coming face to face with yourself as an interdimensional being of light, temporarily focused in a third-dimensional body, but only temporarily. For there are many choices to be made now, choices and opportunities for you. There are many who have a strong sense within them that they have a spiritual work to do here on this planet, and you do. I would like to state that the days ahead will be days in which you will be given opportunities and perhaps challenged at deeper levels of awakening, and given the opportunity and the choices and the chance to step forward in your consciousness as a master. And this is, though it is your destiny to be a master, it is your choice as to the degree of outrageousness you wish to demonstrate in this. There is no judgment or criticism at any level of the spiritual hierarchy, from the top down, of any choice that you make concerning this. You have chosen to be here to serve and as an opportunity for incredible growth and expansion, knowing full well that this day would come, and that this time would come when you would be offered opportunities for expansion that have not been offered to you before. The veils are being removed, as you have been requesting, many of you. Why can't my veils be removed? I want to know who I am and what's going on here. Today a great deal of work will be done. You could say veils, you could say 3D glasses. You see, you receive that which you are open and ready to receive. The consistency of your practice, your spiritual practice, goes a long way to determine that which you are ready to receive on this day, on this occasion. And as the veils are removed, more energy will flow through you, and you will have to be ready to receive that and to channel that energy. If all of your veils were removed instantaneously, it would be too much for you. You would run out of this room screaming. Perhaps. Perhaps there are a few brave souls who could surrender everything in one moment. So you see, highest wisdom is at work here. We ask that you trust that which you are receiving. If you wish to have an experience of mastery You must apply yourself to self-mastery in your meditations, in your spiritual practices, in your release work, all of those things that you use to disencumber yourself of third dimensional and fourth dimensional limitation. From my perspective, I would say that which is occurring today is quite marvelous. That focus and purity of intention that you exhibit in your coming here today, in your beings that I feel around me, and in the many light workers who are gathering, is quite a wonderful expression. And we honor you for that. The energies that have been coming through have been acting upon your emotional bodies, your mental bodies, your spiritual bodies, and your physical bodies to prepare you for this day and what will follow this day. One byproduct of this energetic feeding that you have been receiving is that it is becoming easier and easier for you to focus yourselves from a higher perspective, from a higher dimensional perspective. It is becoming easier and easier for you to desire and have that devotion inside of your hearts that does long to attain that mastery, that spiritual mastery. Things of the earth become less and less important, though you must fulfill your obligations and responsibilities. You must work within the dimensional framework that you inhabit, yet higher dimensional awarenesses are piling up on top of your third dimensional awareness at a rapid rate, causing a great deal of integration, some of it more chaotic, some of it more gentle. But the awakening has taken place. The energies that we have been witnessing coming through have had an incredible effect upon each of you and the planet. If you could see planet Earth from a higher dimensional perspective, say an orbital perspective, you would see an incredible, glowing, brilliant orb. You would see pockets of light all over the globe. You would see an activation of the planetary grids, the places where this energy first touches down into the third dimensional Earth's body. You would see it touching down and spread through all the grid works, through all of the ley lines, through all of the channels, as an initiation, as planet Earth takes its next step in consciousness. And you are participating in that simply by being yourself, by gathering together today. We will do some work a bit later involving this planetary healing and activation. So I encourage each of you this day to go beyond, to release your grip on your conceptual frameworks of reality a bit, on your ideas, put aside your conceptions about what this day means, and let us have it be a day of experience, and then you can tell your friends what it was to you. What was that 11/11 day? And you can say, well, it felt like this to me. For truly, everything in spirit is learned by experience, not by concepts. And each of your experiences are sacred. Each of your perspectives are your own truth. It is not important to us whether or not you all carry the same perspectives, the same reality perspectives. It is fine if you each have your own. The important thing is that you dive into spirit and release your attachment to limitation so that spirit, as it flows through you, can take you to a higher dimensional awareness, can liberate you in preparation for your own ascension and as a tool for your own service here on this world. While you are yet in physical bodies, you still have service to do. By being here and breathing, that is a good one. Trying not to freak out is another good one. You know, you are here establishing patterns for others to follow. So it is best if you can attain to some self-mastery and blaze a sane and happy trail into the higher dimensional awarenesses that others might follow. It was necessary for you to be here in physical bodies to do this, to anchor the light, to step actually from third-dimensional physical bodies in the spiritualization process that we have called the Ascension. You blaze the trail for others to follow by your example and by your energetic pathway, just as the energetic pathway that those before you have opened, myself included, have made it possible for you to do the same. Your ascension and liberation will make it possible for those who follow you. It's been, from your perspective, a very long journey here on planet Earth. From our perspective, it has been the wink of an eye. Wouldn't you like to share our perspective?
Yeah.
We will have one come through shortly here to speak to you, to share his perspective and to assist in answering your questions. This being is eminently qualified to speak about the planet Earth and her transition states and her evolution, as he has been participating and witnessing for many ages. And it is only fair to allow him an opportunity to speak with you. So, enjoy yourselves, my friends. I will be with you this day with my love and healing presence. If you call upon me, I will serve you and assist in your integration of these energies. Remember to breathe and relax. Relaxation is the key this day. So, I will withdraw now from this body and allow another to come and speak to you. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you.
Good day. Greetings, friends. This is Ashtar. Nice to be with you again. Quite a bit of expectancy around this day, yes? So, I am honored to be with you, honored that Lord Sananda has requested my input in your gathering to share my perspectives of your planetary transformation and evolution, my perspectives on your personal growth with regards to this. I would like to begin by sharing a bit of a historical perspective from my experience concerning your planet and what is occurring, the importance of this day, and that which will occur in future, perhaps. We have witnessed your world, this beautiful planet Earth, for many ages, many hundreds of thousands of years. Indeed, from your perspective, it has been a very long way to get to this point. From our perspective, time is rather less important. Nevertheless, even from my vantage point, I would say it has been a long journey for planet Earth. You find yourselves inhabiting one of the most interesting and challenging planets in this entire local universe. In fact, I would say at this point, it is the most interesting. Why do you think there are so many visitors here from abroad? The perspective of witnessing a planet experience a shift from darkness to light this dramatically is a rare occurrence. Yet the shift must take place, and is taking place. The nature of its intensity and rapidity is the reason for its drama, and the reason for your dramas. As you are being called to expand in your awareness and become the light beings that you are in a very short time. As this planet has been observed in its evolvement, my perspective historically, let us say, things proceeded along quite according to plan until that which you would refer to as the rebellion took place, and those caretakers, those administrators of your world and several other worlds in this local universe chose to go their own way, chose to attempt to set up their own autonomous, sovereign planetary universe. For the purposes of time, you could say this was around 200,000 years ago that this took place. I have been here much longer than that. Not a gray hair on my head. How does he do it, ladies and gentlemen? He stays so young, and yet he works so hard. I will teach you my secrets if you have open ears as we grow. They are not secrets, they are cosmic laws and principles. They might seem like secrets to you, yet the secrets unfold. At the time of this rebellion, many beings within the ranks of the spiritual beings who were here to serve and within the ranks of human beings that inhabited this planet made choices as to their alignment, whether they wish to follow, for lack of a better term, we will say the path of darkness, though it is not intended as a judgment, or the path of light being following the evolutionary spiral that has been in effect throughout this local universe and all universes for far longer than I am aware. Owing allegiance to the Creator, you could say, rather than to an individual manifestation of the Creator. So several of these individual manifestations of the Creator did not like the way things were and wanted to have more power for themselves, and in the guise of a platform of free will and freedom and liberation, in effect influenced many to their own enslavement. At the point of time when this occurred, there were several years in your time that went by while those of this planet made their choices, chose their alignment, and many, many chose to remain in honor of the Father and of the light. Many chose otherwise. As free will is the rule in the Creator's universes, it was not highest wisdom or decided to simply eradicate those of darkness, but to rather let their choices bear fruit, that they might choose and realize the folly of that path. So a certain time has been allowed for this. That time is now up. Nevertheless, the decision was made to sever the life circuits of this local system, the systems that did choose to fall under the sway of this rebellion, so that that rebellion would not spread to other innocent spheres. You could call it a quarantine, where the virus was let to run its course, where those who have chosen of their own free will as a learning experience to follow that path. For whatever reason, the reason is not known to me. I am assuming the masters and the being who created all may know why this has occurred. Over the course of this past 200,000 years or so, it has looked very dark for this planet's survival. It has at times been a close decision as to whether to allow it to self-destruct or to attempt by other means to influence a turning of the tides of consciousness. And through the course of this time, many have been granted the opportunity as volunteers to incarnate here. You are among them as light workers to assist in this process of holding and anchoring the light, that human beings might evolve to the point of choosing the higher path, choosing the path of immortality and freedom and light. This is the choice that is before humanity at this time. You have done your work in being here. You are doing your work in your awakening now. As Sananda has mentioned, in blazing the pathway into the higher dimensional manifestation in the Ascension process, you are teaching others and offering that as an opportunity for them. There have been several waves of volunteers. Some of you have been here longer than others. It is not important how long you have been here. Some of you might feel a little weary at this point. Others of you might still be feeling rather energized and raring to go, as they say. This might be an indication of how long you have been here in this system, the system of Earth and its third and fourth dimensional manifestations. At the time when Lord Sananda, as Jesus of Nazareth, was upon this earth, it was what you might call a turning point and a great blessing for this world. And the doorway was opened to go onto the next step of the evolutionary ladder. Options were made available that were not available prior to that. Options were made available to all beings in bodies and out of bodies in this planetary system. At the departure of Sananda, at his ascension and afterwards, a dispensation was granted, a dispensation that was symbolized by the Pentecost, that is, the descent of the Holy Spirit into the hearts of all men and women of this sphere, and as an open doorway, an access by which human beings could have a deeper and deeper contact with Source, with that love. It was an energy and remains an energy of love, compassion, brotherhood. Selfless service. It is an energy that you carry within you as light workers to great effect. That bestowal experience, that manifestation of Sananda, manifesting here, opened the doorway for the preparation for this time that you find yourselves in so gloriously. A time which this day symbolizes a new dispensation, that of the Melchizedek energies, representing another 1/3 of the Trinity experience. We have been speaking for some time about spiritual empowerment and new energies coming through to you that will assist you in your strength and power and wisdom, your ability to actually manifest more spiritual power and clarity. I think the Melchizedek energies, as they have been called, relate and are directly a source of this empowerment for you. I am telling you this to open your hearts and just as a little bit of a perspective to help you to frame this experience in your consciousness, in your mind's eye. The way that these energies feel to you are unique, as you are a unique reflection of Spirit, and that is holy and sacred to each of you. Let me say that the time that we have been waiting for, when the planet will attain its spiritualization, its ascension, is now well underway. These energies that come through at this time are as a very powerful dispensation from the source of this universe. And it is our hope that after this experience and in the days and weeks and months and years and whatever time you have left here as light workers in your bodies, that you will have an easier time of it. That your ability to remember who you are and to act from that point and to manifest and to channel spiritual presence and grace will be enhanced greatly. So there is my little historical discourse for you, all done without a blackboard. Don't be alarmed if you can't remember it. It is just a factual presentation. You have each had your own unique history within the history that I have given. You have your own unique sources. The Ashtar command and the angelic host, the Melchizedek order, and many, many other orders of beings are here fulfilling many and varied duties, and you all have your own unique points of origin. In spirit, all is one. Let me say there is great joy this day. So, I would like to serve you in any way that I can this day. If you have questions, you may ask me. I have some time yet to remain with you, so I will serve in whatever way I can to assist you. You may ask your questions if you have them at this point.
Ashtar, can you give us some more specifics on what will be happening on the inner and the outer in the near future?
On the inner, you will be receiving, as you are now, greater and greater infusions of spiritual presence from Source. You could say that before you may have been firing on 5 of 8 cylinders, now you will be up to 6 or perhaps 7 cylinders. And this energy will affect you in whatever way it affects you. Each of you are unique. And it will be as an opportunity for you, as we have said, to attain to more self-mastery and to actually, in a very real and dynamic way, feel yourself as a master, feel where you are a powerful being, feel where you are a channel of light, and to allow this energy to come through you in your meditations, channelings, and also in your everyday lives. You will be feeling more of a connection with your individual higher self and your guides, your guidance, more messages perhaps, once the dust has settled at least. This activation has kicked up a lot of dust, so it is emotional dust mostly. It will be blown away like fairy dust. And the dust that has been on your eyelids will be cleared away so that you might see more clearly. Another internal and external manifestation will be your ability to manifest more strongly, more courageously, more fearlessly that which you desire to achieve. That which comes to you as guidance and feelings from your spirit will be more easily manifested into the third dimension of manifestation. On the outer, you could say, the outer relating to planet Earth experience, there will be apparent confusion, chaos, and perhaps an increase in the purifications of the planetary body known as Earth changes. A great deal of this can be lessened by your active participation, as it has been in the past. So, when you channel a great deal of light through a system, the system is polarized and purified. The darkness becomes more contracted, the light becomes more expanded and brilliant. So those who are aligned with the light will become more brilliant and glowing. Those who are aligned with the darkness will become more contracted and have a more difficult time. And that goes for systems on the planet, economic systems, governmental systems. It goes for the systems within your bodies, your own emotional systems, where there are remnants of limitation you have absorbed in belief systems from previous incarnations or this lifetime. These will be cleared away more dramatically and more intensely also.
May I ask you a question? It's been taking place the last 3 months. When I run, when I first started being conscious of it, when I run to get my mail, every footstep I have a surge of golden white light that comes out of my feet with every step. And at first it just was like in maybe the United States I could feel. Now it's like I'm a giant when I'm running, and the globe the earth is small, and now it goes to the other side of the earth, and it goes in all the veins. Is there something I should be doing? Now it's anytime I run now, it's not just, is there something I should be focusing on or thinking or doing when this takes place? Or what is this?
It sounds wonderful to me. I would say it is that when you run, you are more open, your consciousness is more open, your mind is more at peace, and you are witnessing the channeling through your body of spiritual energies which are specifically healing the earth. You are one who is very good at channeling energy to heal the earth itself and assist in its planetary evolvement, its evolution. So, know that each of you in this room are channels of light. Sometimes you are not aware of it, sometimes you are. This is a way that Spirit is using to contact you and tell you that you are not an ordinary person and you don't have to act like one.
Just keep focusing when it
Yes, perhaps you could. Do you meditate in your life?
Yes.
Very good. You can practice in your meditations, bringing it through your body also into the earth. And it is not so much that you have to control Spirit, but be open to Spirit coming through you. So Just be open and spontaneously witness the way that you serve.